Hi everyone, so you know that I do TV reviews occasionally, and there's a programme I've been watching. It's called Wild Cherry and it's on BBC One and it comes on a Saturday night, and it's about a group of teenage girls. They're all from wealthy families, they all go to private schools, and at first I was thinking this is going to be boring, this is not my thing. But it's really interesting because it gets you inside the mind of a teenager, and because I've got teenage nieces and nephews, I was fascinated by it because I could see how, like, someone who might have a really good character or a bit really good behaviour could get drawn in and easily persuaded into doing things they wouldn't normally do. So these group of girls, because they go to a private school and because they're from wealthy families, they all are protected by privilege in a certain way. One of them is I think she's mixed race, or the black girl. Her parents struggled hard to get to where she got to, but because her dad was quite wealthy, even though he stepped out of the picture, that's where she's got her wealth from. So anyway, these girls are doing all sorts of things at this private school. They're getting involved in going to underage parties that they shouldn't be at. They're taking nude and inappropriate videos. They literally started their own OnlyFans type thing where they're charging people subscriptions. They're only 15 or 16, these girls. In fact, I think they're 14, 15. And they've set up and when you're watching it, you're thinking this wouldn't really happen. And girls don't really do this, or teenagers don't act like this. But you can see as you're watching the programme that these are things that probably really do happen more than you think. It's like that programme Adolescence that was on Netflix. I didn't watch it, but loads of people were saying they were really shocked because they started then to think about their own teenagers. But yeah, they're getting themselves into a lot of scrapes. The parents are clueless. The parents are kind of ignorant to what their children are like. They're in denial, even when the school is trying to say, they're doing some dodgy behaviour. The parents are defending them, and that's natural, but they're doing it in an ignorant way because they say, my daughter wouldn't do this and my daughter wouldn't do that. And so in the last episode, the black girl, she's the only black girl at the school, and she already feels that she's discriminated against. Someone has said that she's the one that has been sharing these inappropriate videos, whereas it wasn't, it was her best friend. And then the other twist is that the black girl as well starts to fancy, I think, the best friend's dad, and he is acting inappropriate towards her, looking at her inappropriately. It's a very twisted but very I like the way it's done because it's weaving the story of how things happen, how people get drawn in. Another story in it as well is this rap star who he hires private houses and then he gets young girls to come there and he gets them to dance on TikTok and things, but I think he's also into other stuff because he was inviting them there and then it shows him shutting the door, and I think there's some sexual behaviour, probably it doesn't show it. It's all very fascinating, and it just made me I went to bed feeling a bit worried, worried about my 15-year-old niece, my 13-year-old niece, because I know they're good girls, but I'm just wondering if someone was tempting them with money or with something else, would they be swayed? If there was this handsome guy that was much older than them and was showing them things, would they take that bait? I hope not. But you just don't know, do you? This is why this programme is so interesting for me to watch. Have you been watching it? So it's called Wild Cherry. It's on BBC One and it's every Saturday night. I can't remember what time.